It's not vertical though. I don't see anything. Ugh. Oh, hey. It's up. We're good. Okay. Yep, that's me. It doesn't want to show, but... Bro, we're live in like 4 places at once. That's crazy. Okay, I don't think this is on yet. Let's connect this. Audio should be going through here now. Okay, we'll check and see if that audio even works. Let's flip this around. Back. Turn for me. Now focus. How about that? Oh yeah. Okay. I'm a little bit out of mojo because tech difficulties trying to make this work. So we're gonna friggin' figure this out as we go. We're gonna build this ship as we sail it. Okay, it looks like this is up. That's sick. Okay. Now I'm streaming like 5 places at once. This is an awesome test. Okay, is this gonna get chat from multiple places? Maybe. I don't know. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this as a recording. Instead of just recording things, we're just gonna live stream them, then play them off. I'm feeling really spicy. Okay, I don't know why that's not showing. But that's fine. Boom, watch this. Stand up. Okay. I'm gonna have no schedule on any of these. No pattern. It's gonna be I do them when I do them. Okay, hopefully this goes right through this audio and not that audio. Because that would suck. Yo, alright, TikTok doesn't work, but everything else works. And this track's like a boss. Look at that. Now you can see my living conditions. Who cares? Oh, let's put this up. Ooh. Oh, it lost me. Find me. Hello. What does that look like? Okay, cool. I'm gonna stop standing here silently with my mouth ajar. Okay, this is really fun. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put this little thing right here so I can watch it, make sure it stays live. Then a couple little notes on the side. Okay, so here's what I'm doing. So much time I spend walking around talking to myself, and so I figured, hey, why don't I just live stream it all the time? And yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. What I've been ruminating on and really frustrated with is going through on failure with people. I keep having this repeated conversation with other people over and over and over again about failure and fear of failure. And what if this happens? And what if this happens? And what if it doesn't work out? And it's like, good Lord. we're in 2026. We can fail. We have such an opportunity to fail. Before, if you failed, you died. You went from I don't eat and my family all dies. Now, like, we have such an opportunity for failure. Now I understand, like, some people have that. Well, actually, I am paycheck to paycheck, and I have all these kids out to feed, and it's a lot more of reality. And so I think that is, like, definitely the other side of that idea, where that is a reasonable fear of failure, and maybe not reasonable, but like legitimate. Everyone else, that's another conversation. But just on this conversation, on if I don't do X and I go to try this new thing, that's why everybody else starves and dies. It's a legitimate fear. But within that, everyone starves and dies, man. Yeah, the regret side of it, going, okay, cool, is that gonna be a regret of not trying and living through a life that you didn't get to any of the results that you wanted? I don't freaking know. I don't think I have enough to. I haven't thought about that outside of it enough to really speak through that. So, but focusing on the people, I would say, I shouldn't talk about other people. I want to talk about myself and my demographic. If you're freaking 20-something, 30-something, young, I need notifications off. Bing, bing, bing. This is fun. I love this. Oh, I just updated this. I don't know how to do it. Okay, it'll be okay. Let's reframe. Failure, where are we at? Yeah, if you're 20-something and you're going, hey, what if this relationship doesn't work out? What if this venture doesn't work out? What if I have to take a step back and not be as cool anymore and go live with my parents or go live in a less nice place or are these things? It's like, okay, but then, like, what are we doing playing it safe? You're gonna die. You're gonna die either way. You don't make it out alive. What else is there but to try? What else is there but to try? I mean, I have the same thing taking inside my brain, and I think that is part of what the heck I'm doing here right now, of just throwing up a live feed and getting this vomit out, because I have so much internal that I want to get out, and it has to be clean enough that I'm going to get a level of status and it's polished, so people can view me as polished and clean, and it's authentically clean. But it's not authentically clean because it wasn't authentic to begin with. So that's what this is here. It's what is really authentic, what is genuine in the process. And what does that look like? What are the ums? What are the pauses? Where am I at? What am I doing? How much can I really come out and make it concise? And it's going to get better over time, and that's totally fine. And I know I have how would you say? I know my purpose is in the serving of others, and that is through an empathy and passion and care of working with other people. And doing things online allows you to do that in such a wide span, but as well, you get that judgment back on yourself. And so I think I make a video on failure because that is my, in a weird way, fear, despite me hypocritically speaking to other people one-on-one against them. So there's so many people I've had this conversation with one-on-one that I've been such a freaking hypocrite about, and telling them, hey, don't have a fear of failure, don't have this fear, like go on and take, because I've done many of those things, but I did them in private. So it's like, it was with a job, it was in my life, I moved, I did a thing, and so like I kept it to myself. I'm not afraid of failure, I'm afraid of judgment. And that's almost a fear of failure. And so, like, judgment, man, that rips me up. And I know in my experience, it's kept me from so many experiences. And it's coming from so many experiences. And I don't want that for other people. And so this is me trying to grow. And grow with others. And the way that you lead people is through vulnerability and intimacy, of saying, hey, look, I'm scared and I'm doing the thing. I'm this and I'm doing the thing. Let's do this together. And I'm not special. So let's there's no secret sauce. It's just doing the thing. There's a really great article. I forget who it's by, but it's called Doing the Thing. Hey, let me look it up. I'm sure I have it saved. Ooh, Doing the Thing. Strangest Loop, that's who it's by. Turn this down a little bit. Things that aren't doing the things. Preparing to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Scheduling time to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Making a to-do list for the thing isn't doing the thing. Telling people you're going to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Messaging friends who may or may not be doing the thing is not doing the thing. Writing a banger tweet about how you're going to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Hating yourself for not doing the thing isn't doing the thing. Hating on other people who have done the thing isn't doing the thing. Hating on the obstacles in the way of doing the thing isn't doing the thing. Fantasizing about all the adoration you'll receive once you do the thing is not doing the thing. Reading about how you do the thing isn't doing the thing. Reading about how other people did the thing isn't doing the thing. Reading this essay isn't doing the thing. The only thing that is doing the thing is doing the thing. Love that. And I would say the two main points on here that go to me is hating on yourself for not doing the thing isn't doing the thing, and fantasizing that all the adoration you'll receive once you do the thing isn't doing the thing. Those two are my not doing the thing. I just sit in my head and ruminate and think about the possibilities, because I know it's possible. I know what I can do. I know I can talk. You could put me on stage and I could talk to people and be fine. And I'd have heart racing and be anxious, but I love that feeling. I love this feeling now. Even now, I'm still a little bit nervous, but I've been in and out of homes and sales. And so I'm like, okay, well, I can do that. I can be nervous and do the thing. That's cool. So just doing the thing is what's going to keep us out of regret. Like, let's manufacture our lives not to avoid failure, but to avoid regret and go, I know I did my best, and I know I tried my hand and I went all the way. Didn't half-ass it. I didn't halfway do it, and I failed, and that's okay, because I gave it my all. And what more can you ask for, right? Like, how much of a slave mind is it to go to judge yourself based on production? How slave-minded is that? Like, you're just thinking about, my value is when what I produce. What? No. And I know, and I say that because I think that way. I think that way so much. I did a habit finder thing that broke down my habits I have and the way I think, and went through a coach with it. It was really awesome. David Blanchard, shout out, check him out, working on a project with him. Anyhow, and you should too. Go check him out. Hire him. What's I saying? The big thing in there was that I constantly have bounds for determining my worth and my success. I go, if I am able to do this, then I'm good enough. And that expectation constantly moves. And the moment right before I get there, that it moves forward. And when I do make it, it's like, oh, well, that was expected of you, so you shouldn't really be praised for that. Like, come on. I don't care if you don't have the same belief as me. I'm going to speak as what is truth. Yeah, put it that way. from here on out. How would you say? We are made in the image of God, and so you have an intrinsic value in that creation. All living things have an intrinsic value because life has value, but all living things are not made in the image of God, and so they don't have the same level of intrinsic value. That's why we value human life over animal life. And that's why animals serve people as sustenance and as workers, because that's the order of the world. But I bring that up to say, you have an inherent value. You have an inherent value. It's not when I get to a place, I'll be somebody. Once I hit this monetary number, once I do this goal, once I hit this physical achievement, then I'll be somebody. It's like you're somebody now. You're somebody now. And I say that as the biggest hypocrite in the world. And that's why I know it needs to be said, because if I'm thinking it, someone else is thinking it. I'm not that special. I know someone else is. And what I want to do is create a space to be able to talk about that and share that and work on that together. And so, yeah, okay. This is unplanned, but I have a little sticky note with a design on it. This is going to be made as soon as I end up. The space for that's going to be peculiar people. I've wanted to work on this project for so long. That's been a thing I haven't been doing. I've talked about doing in the background, and it never came to fruition. But here we are live, going through. It's a positive tweaking session. I have no chat up, by the way, so if you're chatting, I don't see it. I have no idea how many viewers. The point of this isn't how many people are watching. The point of this is to be genuine, raw, and authentic. This will be saved. It will go back up. Maybe I'll look at have designated time to go through some chat and read things at the end and interact. But right now, I just want to yap. Yeah. What are we doing, man? Peculiar people. I was thinking about it being for creatives, but I'm having this insight now that if everyone's made an image of God, the key identifier of God is he's a creator. And so if you are made in the image of God, you are a creator too. And so many people that don't have fulfillment in their life is because they spend so much time consuming and not creating. That's where this depression comes in. That's where this lethargy comes in. That's where everything internally negative comes in, is through an abundance of consumption, because we're not built to consume, we're built to create. The purpose of our consumption is to transmute that into power to create. That's what we are. And so peculiar people is for the creators, which means it's for everybody. And so this is going to be a place that we can have these conversations, grow together, create together. And just it's happening. So, what's up? I'm on a call. Thank you.
Big package didn't have a name on it.
Oh, that's okay. Appreciate it. Boom, got a package straight delivered to the door. Thank you. Hopefully I didn't say that in too rude a tone. It startled me. To be honest, I probably have a high heart rate. Let's see. 120. That's how excited I am. Keyframe, also when doing something anxious or nervous, reframe it every single time into exciting. You're not nervous, you're excited. Working with your body and your mind on the same goal. Things are very exciting. What else do I want to talk about? I jotted down a couple of notes. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay. New year, new me, these resolutions. And it's such BS, man. It's such BS. We have this vapid term that Gen Z loves to use. It's lock in, right? You're locking in. I'm just gonna grit and grind and focus. It's like, What? That's not what we're made for. Or not, that's again, it's this slave mentality. Yes, there are things you have to do that you don't like to do. I understand. I've got plenty of them. Quite frankly, I don't love waking up in the morning. I'd rather stay asleep or not wake up at all. But here we are. Here we are. But locking in isn't the answer. Like we're so locking in, so bound. Like we want to be unlocked and unbound. We want to be unbound. As Christ said, he unbounds us. It's an unbounding love. He unbounds us for our sins. So what are we trying to lock in for? Like, what a worldly mindset. My values in my production, my value and my grit, my whatever is in locking in. Worldly. It's crap. We're made to create. Not to stick in. Not to fit in, not to hit a mold. I'm not a musician, but I lived with musicians for several months, and I saw when they were depressed, and I saw when they were in a flow, in a natural state, and that's when they were creating their craft. One that I had no talent or knowledge or ability in at all. But they were working their craft, and they were just in this flow state of creating constantly. And it was wonderful to watch, and I'm not an audiophile at all, and so I couldn't engage in the pleasure that was audio as deeply as they could. But what I do engage in is seeing other people in their purpose, in their flow. But then I also saw them go out of that when they were in that space, because they were trying to mold themselves into something else. And so many people do this. They go, what clothes can I wear? Well, that's cool. I'm not gonna get distracted right now. And so many people do this. They go, what clothes can I wear that's gonna fit me into this setting? I know this because I used to do this. I moved states. I took this sales bro job, and I dressed like a finance bro. I had the vest and the khakis and the chinos and the button downs, and that's what I wanted it to be. And I was like, I'm gonna be the dude. I'm gonna be the friend with the bag. I'm gonna be the dude that pulls up with the nice clothes that were too expensive. I never cared about clothes. You know what clothes I buy now are clothes that my friends give me that they don't want, or I go buy the $3 version at the friggin' thrift store. Cause I love clothes, but I don't care about the value that it costs. Like, that's ridiculous. That's not me. And like, clothing's important. That's a whole nother conversation. I'm not going to talk about that right now. I'm going to stay focused on failure. That's going to be a video. I'm excited about that one. I've got so many things I've written about. So many things. I go, I'm going to use this later. Guess what I've done with it? Nothing. Out of fear of judgment, of failure, out of something. So I felt hit in the face a couple days ago about this, on this whole creation mindset and that fear, not stepping into it and not being the genuine creator. I have some artistic creation. I have sketchbooks. I can draw. I can do things. But my gifting is in the gift of gab. Right. It takes me some time to gather my thoughts, put things together. But my ability is to speak and to connect with people and to be authentic. And I've hid that away, and I've been hypocritical. And so I say no more to that. Coincidentally, close at the new year. We're on the 30th, so it's close to there. Didn't wait till a specific number. Neither do you have to. Don't wait for the specific number. Just do the thing now. Do the thing now. And it's not this, like, I love this. This spoke to me so much. And I've always remembered it. From the freaking movie Good Will Hunting. In the beginning of the movie, the guy, they're sitting there, they're drinking beers outside. He's like, if you stay here rotting in this place, I'm going to kick your butt or I'm going to kill you. He goes, I'm serious. He's like, what are you talking about? He's like, because you have a gift. You're sitting on a winning lottery ticket that no one else is. And he's like, oh, shut up. Like, I owe it to myself. He's like, no. No. It's not you owe it to yourself. He goes, F you. You don't owe it to yourself. You owe it to me. It's like you owe it to the world. It's like forget this self-focusedness. Like that's where all this depression comes from. Is this self-focused. Well, what if I'm judged? It's not what can I give? What value can I provide? How's this gonna serve me? Am I gonna look bad? Ooh, I'm worried. It's like, come on. Come on. Especially as Christians. Especially as Christians. What are you doing? Our whole thing is to bear a cross and be a living sacrifice and a bondservant. And that means that your old self burns. You are now reborn in Christ, and that new identity is now one of servantdom. And then people think, well, where do I get fed then? What happens for me? In the natural order of God's and Christ's love for you, He protects you, He feeds you, He clothes you. I forget the full verse, so I'm not going to be very fancy, but he essentially says, does the robin not find his own food? Is he not dressed in his own feathers? Does God not love you more than the bird? So He will protect it and feed you as well. But you got to belong to Him, and He gives you that choice to belong to Him. And that's a decision you make every single day. It's a decision you make every single day. It's not a one-time deal. You live it out. You live it out. Yeah, okay. I jotted down a couple bullet points, and that's what I had saved, and that's what I was looking at to make sure I touch on everything. I sit and wait for a reception, whether from my own thoughts or from spiritual source. I think I'm good. On this output. I'm gonna do this as frequently as possible. I'm not gonna schedule things because that's also not me. I'm not at this certain time, I do this specific thing. I'm a flow person. Much to the chagrin of people around me. So, yeah. Merry Christmas, everybody. Be sure to remember the reason for the season. Happy New Year's. And if you don't believe in yourself, believe in what God has called you to be. And I'm not going to tell you what that is. You need to go find that for yourself. And it is written. It's written in here. If you want to get really lazy with it, you can chat GPT it, Google whatever, and go, what does God call me? What's my identity? And live in that. And that one doesn't have a fear of judgment. And that one doesn't have a fear of taking action. And it tells you in the direction what to go. We spend so much time waiting for a word instead of reading the few thousands we've been given. I know I'm guilty of that for sure. Biggest hypocrite of all right here. Yeah, that felt good. This feels good. I'm happy with this. Peculiar people. I'm gonna spin that up. I'm gonna open up. I've got no idea if anybody is in any chat doing anything. So we're gonna open this and see. I just had some people pop in for a minute while I yap. So that was fun. Nothing on the live feed. Cool, I'm happy with that. I'm gonna keep doing these over and over and over again. It's like a live accountability. VOD will go up, gonna clip it out, put it out. The tracking is so freaking cool, man. It's so freaking cool. So, very good. Thank you. Bye-bye. I don't know how to end this from this. Whoa.